What's up everyone? Hello and welcome to my video again. Okay, for this video, we will tackle about art making in production. So, without further ado, let's get it on. Art making. Art making can be associated with art exploration, concept development, experimentation, and art production. In art making, the artist undergoes three stages of experience, which are popularly known as the pre-production or the subject development. The second one is production or medium manipulation, and the third one is the post-production, also known as exhibition. Art expressions such as paintings, sculpture, dance, drama, music, and etc. that involves into art vary in approaches in terms of subject interpretation and medium use. Hence, target audience, size, and scope of the work, time frame, budget, availability of materials are considered. Okay, so as what I have stated so far, those are the materials that should be considered when you do your artwork, which is the target audience, the size and scope of the work, time frame, and also budget. Those are the materials. It must be available when you do your artwork. So, in theater or performing arts, pre-production involves the following. These are the following that should be involved in performing arts or somewhat like a theater. Theater is considered as pre-production as what's stated here. So, conceptualization of the theme. It should have the theme when you do your theater. And then the next one is the script. Writing the script in order the performer would be able to perform the needed script. So the third one is making auditions for cast selection. In theater kasi it must have the audition for those who will perform, for those the characters should be in theater. And then the last one is casting of assigning the rules and workshops. Okay, for those who will perform in theater, it must be a workshops for them in order for them to know where do they belong, where it seems like it has a assigning of rules. Okay, these are also the following should be considered during the practice when you do practice in theater or performance arts. Okay, the first one is the spacing. If you are a performer in a theater, you should know where you run, where you stand, and that is spacing. And then staging, it is something like your stage performance. When you stand there, you need to give your best. And then the second one is the light. Of course, it must be a light, the lighting or somewhat like that. It must be clear. And then the music one, where the performance should interpret, because performing arts or theater is something like an interpretation of a music. Okay, set rehearsals and press release should also be given priority during the pre-production phase to ensure quality of performance, and people involved in the production are also vital. So, what is production, by the way, since we are talking about production, which is art making and production? So, production refers to the proper presentation of performing arts. When more than one production is set, it must be more than one production that has been set. Directors must observe, not just observe, but also to evaluate the production to improve the performance of the cast in the next set. Of course, the directors are there to evaluate, not just to evaluate, but to observe if the production is improving, in order for them to know what to change in the next set. Acknowledging the sponsors and people involved in the production is also vital. Of course, you will be when you in production, art making production, you should also acknowledge those people who help you, of course, who are your sponsors to make that that production is something like well celebrating for. It is something like that. We'll be able also to acknowledge those sponsors and people who are involved. Examples of that, are those directors, something like production officers. Yes, because as what written here, in performing arts, it not just only one person, but it is more than one production is being said. Okay, that's all. Thank you. That's all for today's video, guys. I hope you learned a lot regarding with our topic, which is art making in production. So, bye bye.